Once there was a boy named Xavier who lived in a small town. He always had a crush on this girl but never said anything until one day he decided to sit next to her in class. But he'd never expect the terrifying things this would lead to. To his surprise, Xavier and this girl began hanging out more and more. Eventually, they began dating. But she had a secret, something no one would expect. Soon, Xavier found a new job and needed to move. He wanted her to move with him, but she said she couldn't because of her sick grandfather who couldn't take care of himself anymore. So on the day Xavier was supposed to move, he came to her house to say goodbye. And that's when things started going wrong. She said, "Let's just go. My grandpa doesn't need me anymore." But Xavier could see from the open door the body of an old man on the floor. Terrified, Xavier drove off and never looked back, until years later he finally found out the truth. A few years later, Xavier came back to his hometown, but when he asked about the girl, no one seemed to remember her. That's when one of his friends mentioned, 60 years ago, a young girl from this town killed her grandfather. As Xavier left, he drove past where the girl's house used to be and saw no evidence that a house was ever there at all.